Would you like something to drink? We have, I think we have Coca-Cola and 7 Up. What do we have? Coca-Cola, 7 Up.
You happen to have water?
Do we have water? Yeah. Okay.
I'll take
Water, please. The song is almost over.
Thank you.
And that's not the original. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this song is.
You didn't have one, so you go with it.
Are you ready? All right, and we are back on the Smasher Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. The station is bridging cultural diversity with music and information. Your number one bilingual community radio station in Michiana. Our guest today is none other than Mr. Corey Ronell. Am I pronouncing the name right?
Corey Ronell, yes.
Corey Ronell.
Yeah.
Amazing singer, songwriter, and voice coach, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And for our audience who don't know who you are, can you please give a brief introduction?
So I'm Corey Ronell from South Bend, Indiana. Originally, I've lived everywhere around the Midwest. So I've been born and raised South Bend, moved to Indianapolis for school, graduated college, moved to Chicago, did a lot of work in Chicago, then moved back this way. So I'm now, here, stationed here, but I do a lot of work, do a lot of writing, do a lot of, vocal coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, and mixing and engineering and all that stuff now too.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So your origin story though, how did you get into music? First singing and songwriting. How did you discover that?
You know what? I really didn't tap into writing until, maybe when I was like 17 or so. But I come up in music, man, just behind my dad. My dad was a gospel artist.
Oh, wow. What is his name? A little bit about him?
His name is Ron Bishop. He actually passed last year.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. He passed last year, but man, when I tell you, he was one of the greatest singers, period. Like, hands down. The man was amazing. His range was crazy. I feel like I got a little range, but nowhere near his, man. But yeah, grew up in the church, man, gospel industry. My dad sung all over the country, man, did a lot of stuff. I did a lot of traveling and stuff with them, on the road and singing with them and stuff like that. So that's kind of where I had my start. But then I started recording on my own.
Around when was that?
About maybe 15 or 16.
Oh, wow.
Started recording with YPJ. I don't know if you know past YPJ, WC from South Bend. And then also Floyd Thomas. Floyd Thomas is doing a lot of stuff in the music industry with a lot of people that's like big on YouTube and whatnot, Universal Studios, like a whole bunch of big names, man. Yeah.
And these are local individuals too.
Local guys.
Oh, wow.
Local guys. So ever since then, man, I've been doing my thing. Like I said, I wrote my first song when I was 17. Wrote and recorded, and the rest is history. So I've just been growing ever since then.
Your first song, before we get into the song that we're gonna play right now, when did you write your first song and what was it all about?
First song again when I was 17. The song was called "When Will It Happen." So the song was based off of a relationship, that I wanted, but it was the wrong relationship, So my question was, when will it happen? When I finally get that right person for me, when I get that right woman for me. So that was the first song that I did. I'm actually thinking about re-recording it, man, for the next album or something else coming up. But first record I ever wrote and arranged too.
Oh, wow. Is that online somewhere or the one I want to play is the one. That's what I want to play right now. But if that one is available too, we will look for it.
Yeah, we can do that.
We will look for it. But tell us a little bit about the one.
So it's crazy. So look, y'all, so I'm just telling him about the one. He's like, man, the one is my favorite song. So the one actually was supposed to be a filler song for my album. You know, it was nothing that I intended.
Now, what's the name of the album?
The album's called Time to Let Go.
Time to Let Go.
Time to Let Go. It was written from a dark time, man. I was going through a lot. Was going through a divorce. Kind of holding on to a lot of things I just needed to let go of, man. So I everything that was going on in my mind, man. I wrote a lot of things out, turned it into an album, and here we are.
Oh wow, that's a neat. Some artists came into the studios the last time and said, being a songwriter and a singer is a good way to live because you get to be your own therapist. And if you do it right, you make money from it too.
Definitely.
So that's amazing.
And we all need help, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like music is easily translated to, walks of life. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I can, help somebody with, I would rather put it in music because everybody gravitates to music.
All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is coming from Corey Ronell. And this one is one of my favorite. I haven't heard the album, to be true. But I've heard this one and I've seen the visuals for it. And this one is titled The One.
Let's go.
Here on Rising Radio 104.3 FM. This is the Smash It Show. Don't touch that dial.
Pay attention to what they really had in front of them.
Good job. All right.
Wow. What am I?
Oh!
We had 104.3 FM, man. Radio horizontally, motion, dope. Yeah, we were talking about the album.
No, it's real. You're my best friend. You know how I feel. What does it take? I'm waiting for you.
Woo!
To want an amazing
Y'all ain't got the album, man. Make sure y'all go get it.
What does it take? You know this is true. I do everything I can. Pick up the bill when we go out to eat. Open up the door when you're ready. Stay in the car.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey!
I'll pay that too.
Hey!
Make sure it's that.
Hey! Oh! I love this song! Woo! Hey! I'm the one!
Yeah.
Yo, if you're listening on YouTube or Facebook Live, Mr. Corey Ronell is in the studios of Horizon Radio. This is his song. It's titled The One. Go get that album. Time to let go. Yeah.
Been here, ain't going nowhere. Even though your mind is gone, can you see that I am the man?
Woo! Oh! I am what you got to do.
Make sure y'all share this, man. Make sure y'all share it.
Woo!
Yeah. No one is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Oh my goodness. I love this song. Really love this. Go get the album, man.
Yo, shout out to Jesus. Jesus is rapping on this joint as well, man. Shout out to Jesus.
No man's real. Oh. You know how to ride it. Yeah. Oh.
Brock was good, man.
Hey. Zeus. One for you.
Yeah.
Even through the dark days, when you gotta part ways, girl, need something for your head. What does it take to get through to you? All of the things on the truth for you.
I want that girl to change our love, but not ever let them change our love. Never ever want to break this up, but you wouldn't ever make this love. The ones that are the ones that break on the big.
Listen, bro. I am your man. I know you love that. Hey, you gotta tell them who you are.
Tell them who you are, man. Tell them who you are. DJ Tony Light of the Booty Show.
She running the DJ table, man. She's responsible to play it out.
All right. We're going to get back on. 5,
Y dice,
4,
trae la onda.
3, 2, 1. I don't know, but I still have to come back to this song, The One.
Yeah.
Wow, tell us more about it. I mean, this is hot.
Okay, so the premise behind The One is, man. So I mean, you can simply always say, you know, I'm the one, I'm the man for her. But this was more so like, you know, I'm the one for you. Why are you still messing around with him, or him? You know what I'm saying? But I'm here, you know, the one that can provide you what you need for your life.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So the one. I mean,
Are we going to see The One tour pretty soon, man? Because this thing is fire.
listen, that'd be nice, man. I started this tour with Jay Holiday, R&B singer.
Oh wow!
A few months ago, man, and I performed this in Chicago, and the response behind it was crazy. I had a live band behind it too, but the response behind it was just to turn it from a song on the record to singing it live with a live band. The feeling was it was different. It was different.
Wow.
But people rock with me, man. So the one is the one.
The One is the one. I don't know, man. The album name.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Time to let go.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
I'm looking to listen to some of the other songs on the album. I don't know if you can see our playlist that we have for you.
Okay.
Is any of the new songs on this playlist though?
Oh, we got a couple. We got Best Friend is on there. Keep going. 84, Love Is My Last. My Last is another single. My Last was actually my first music video that I released last year.
Oh,
So
yes.
we should play that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We need to talk about that. That was the first one I heard. And I'm like, this guy needs to come to the station.
Yeah.
And then I heard The One, and I'm like, okay, I am going to connect with him right now. And he needs to be here.
Definitely.
Wow. My Last. Tell us a little bit about that. The visual is really suspense. I mean, it's suspense filled.
Yeah. So My Last, that again, it stemmed from my whole divorce situation.
Oh, wow.
And that was the first song that I recorded coming out of it. So that literally was every feeling that I had in my body.
I can sense that,
It
man.
was a very vulnerable record. And then around that time as well, the movie Get Out came out.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what we kind of made the music video from, you know, with the whole, you know, the lady stirring the teacup, kind of hypnotizing the guy, you know, into telling her, you know, all his feelings and emotions and stuff like that.
Oh,
So that's where we got the video from.
My Last.
Yeah.
Wow. What about Toby? Do you have that up yet? All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we're going to play My Last, and then we're going to come back to some rounds of questions for Mr. Corey Ronell. This is still the Smashing Show here on Horizon Radio.
Yeah.
Don't touch that dial.
What's good, y'all? It's Cynthia, Scott, what's going on, bro? Carly, what's going on? This whole single, My Last,
this is the one. Oh, this one too. Woo!
Yeah.
I can't wait to get out of here. It's been a long day making that money. I hear yourself
Is that your
things are getting a little sneaky. We hop up in the whip, drive right to the stride. Don't act like the cell phone didn't ring.
Hey.
no more. This is my
What's going on?
my last
What is this? That
time.
was radio station right now.
I'm taking what I can take.
All right.
You won't hurt me no more. I'm walking away. You can't hurt me no more. You don't deserve me. Say it one more time.
So that When Will It Happen song, that's on the SoundCloud. Which one is that? What Will It Happen? The first one we talk about? Yeah, that's on SoundCloud. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's your first song.
Yeah, that's the first song I ever heard. That's the first I ever heard.
I'm like, I you look this
So this right here, that's playing. So this is playing right now. It's all on this iTunes or Google Play. Anywhere music is sold, man. Make sure it's like anywhere you get it. And the album's called Time to Let Go. This song is called My Life. So yeah, make sure y'all go get it.
Oh wow, this is amazing.
I can't share this. Oh my goodness. I don't know why it's not working.
Idris se trae la los éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche por Horizonte.
And we are back on the Smasher Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. The station is bridging cultural diversity with music and information. Your number one bilingual community radio station in Michiana. We still have a special guest in the studios, Mr. Corey Ronell.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for making it to the station of Horizon Radio. I know you have a lot of things you have going on.
I had to get here,
But hey, thank you. You made the show even special. Thank you so much.
Man.
Wow. Now, my next question. Now, what are the challenges that you faced while you started pursuing your passion as a musician?
One of the biggest is probably hearing the word no.
Oh, wow.
And at the same time, it's motivation as well, man, because you hear no, a lot of people hear no and they just kind of clam up and, you know what I'm saying, want to give up. But that should push you more, man. This is a really cutthroat industry.
Yeah.
So it's going to be people that's going to tell you no, or it's people tell you that they don't like your music, man. But you just kind of keep, got to keep rolling. And for a while, I used to be very, very insecure about my music. Very insecure because I felt like, this person can do this or that person can do that and sound like that. But, I had to realize this was my lane. You know what I'm saying? My lane is to create music that not only motivates people, but also kind of helps them in whatever situation they're in. You know what I'm saying? And kind of bring them up. I want to touch on all aspects of life. So I can't allow that no to deter me and stop me from, what God has given me to do.
Wow. Now, does this feeling still exist right now, or these were just starting up as a musician?
It was just starting up. Now, man, I'm in.
And I'm about to ask you what the challenges of right now is, because I know people starting up have different challenges, and those who are already like growing and touring and doing stuff with other musicians and stuff. So, what are the challenges now?
Right now, the major challenge right now is getting my music out there. It's so many ways to do it. So social media is huge, but creating your fan base is really big. You know what I'm saying? Like my fan base is pretty nice on Instagram, but then you got Facebook that I could build it up a little bit more on there, or even YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So creating that fan base and creating that momentum and actually getting into the industry. And I can say I'm in the industry, but that's probably the toughest thing right now, man. It's just getting that music out, but. Again, it goes back to never quitting and not giving up.
Well, I have a lot of questions, so
Yeah,
I don't even know how we're gonna fit this whole show in the time that we have.
Yeah,
but this song Before we go to the song, though,
Yeah.
who are your musical inspiration?
Musical inspiration.
Yeah.
So I have to first, I have to acknowledge my father.
Uh-huh.
My dad is probably the biggest inspiration that I have, man. He's the reason for me even putting out this album. And so after I lost him last year to cancer, man, before I lost him, you know, he was always wondering, when are you putting out this album? I'm like, all right. So, you know, after he passed, man, I'm like, okay, I gotta get this album out now. You know what I'm saying? So my dad is a big time influence in my life. Mickey Miller, she's from South Bend, Indiana. She's everywhere. She's in Dallas actually this weekend. But she's heavy, man. And the Roots know about her.
Oh, wow.
Taraji P. Henson, you know, the actress.
Yeah, the actress, yes, from Empire, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of people know who this girl is. She's amazing. But that's one of my childhood friends, man. One of my really, really good friends. She's one of my influences. You got Jesus, that's from South Bend. All my influences, believe it or not, man,
they're all like Michigan stuff.
You would never. I mean, of course, I had influences in the industry now, but really, the ones that push me to be a better artist are the ones that I have around me, man.
Oh, awesome! Now, before we, do you want us to play that song though?
Listen,
the one you first recorded.
Listen. So this song is like we're not gonna play.
Oh, we're not gonna play it
Yeah,
at all.
No, but y'all can go and listen to it. Go to SoundCloud. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just, you know, I was younger and still kind of learning and coming up. But it's still a great song. I actually had some people Day 26. You heard of Day 26?
Yes.
So
that weren't they the ones that were brought up by Puff Daddy?
Yep, I did. Yes, sir. So I sent this song to them.
They were before Danny came, right?
They were after Danny came.
Oh, they were. Okay.
Yeah, they were after Danny came. But I sent this on to them. One of my guys, Willie Taylor, who is from Day 26 from the band, he's on the album as well.
Oh, wow.
But I sent the song to Day 26 for the album, and they loved it, but I didn't make the cut. So, I mean, you can play it.
All right. We're going to be playing When Will It Happen?
Yeah.
From Mr. Ronell, a special guest in the studios of Horizon Radio, 104.3 FM. Take it away, Tony.
Something that's so loud, it's gonna be for me. Something that you treat as the water's like it never Sunday. Get it ready to go to church. Then when it comes to
and all the production that does locally too?
Jimmy Ball. He actually does photography.
Oh, this is sounding like you face from Nigeria. It's one of our tops. The feel, the vibe, the beat. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll have just talk about finally get the girl If you don't have the album, go to iTunes, go to Amazon, go to Play, go to Apple Music, make sure you get it. Search for Ronell.
Thank you very much. Started playing with me, started having fun. Can I take you out tonight? Pick me up by the car to run. Give my girl. I want to give her the world. Maybe it's
Yeah, baby, how we get it?
Last with the one was feelings were crazy. I thought to myself, she really couldn't be the one just for me. There can't be no one else. We pray every night for each other. Never get any more right. Did you get used to this love? For the world suddenly stop hitting me up.
It's an old record. It's a
You're still a wonderful guy.
Y dice track.
Oh, sorry.
Éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche.
Yes, and that was When Will It Happen?
Yeah.
My special guest, Mr. Corey Ronell. Thank you so much for stopping by, please. You have blessed this show immeasurably. Man, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
No problem. This
Oh,
is
wow.
a lot of fun, man. It's good being
Oh, wow. We're glad to have you here.
Yes, sir.
Now, I know you said there's always been music in the family.
Yeah.
When did you start taking it seriously? 16, right? Or around there?
When I started taking serious, yeah, probably about 16, 17.
Now, how would you describe your blend of music, your genre? I mean, your style. Let's just say style.
It's definitely like it's like a mix between R&B, pop, and like neo soul type of vibe.
Oh,
I don't even know how to put that. I don't even know how to put that into words,
Yeah.
man. Like just some like new age type stuff, man. Like I still want to stay current with what's going on right now in the music industry, but at the same time, I still want to stay in my own lane. You know what I'm saying? So I would say just like a new age type of sound.
Now we have to touch that debate. Some people are saying that R&B is dying, and that Jacquees is the new king of R&B.
Oh my God!
Speak on that, please.
Jacquees is not the king of R&B. Listen,
Because for his
not.
generation,
No,
he was stressed it.
Not even that. No, shout out to Jacquees, man. I mean, if you feel that way, then that's cool. That's cool.
And he has to defend it, though. He already said it.
He's right. He has to defend that. But yeah, man, you got so many people that you can't forget about. And I get he's saying about this era and age, but at the same time, like it's still people that are out killing what he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
man, you can't disrespect the legends, man.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, I hope he turns around though, or maybe just lives up to the expectation.
Right.
That's what I'm praying for you, John. Praying for you.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
So what artists have you collaborated with in the region or around America? Anyways, have you done anything international? No.
I have not done anything international yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yet because I know it's getting ready to come.
Okay.
Yeah. So as we talked about, Willie Taylor, shout out to Willie Taylor from Next 26.
Mhm.
He's on the album. I've done a lot of stuff with a lot of people that actually were on Diddy's show.
Mhm.
Because when I lived in Chicago, a lot of them that were on Diddy's Making His Band were from Chicago. One of my other friends is Tommy B. He was one of the background vocalists for Diddy, from the being a winner on that show. So I worked with him, being a songwriter for him and his company that he had based out of Chicago. So him, as of course I already stated, Mickey Miller, who's one of the best. And then in the gospel industry, just not the R&B world, but in the gospel industry, I've had opportunities to sing background for a lot of people as well.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
We had another artist here by the name of Melissa Blair.
Melissa Blair, yeah.
She talked about you,
That's
taking lessons or something like that. You're a voice coach.
So yeah,
tell us a little bit about that.
so we're doing her album. So I am recording her EP that she's putting out, but as well as giving her some vocal coaching while we're in the studio. Telling her how certain harmonies go together, or showing her different nuances and stuff like that to do when you're recording in the studio, just to make your product come out a lot better. I got a lot of knowledge from, like I said, my father, Floyd Thomas, YPJ, a lot of people.
No formal education in music at all.
I mean, in school, I was in choir and stuff, and I learned how to sight read and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, it's literally something that I inherited. So I'm vocal coaching her and everything through it, and I don't mind doing it either. You know what I'm saying? That was given to me, so I want to help other people, reach the level of success that they want to reach. So she's doing an amazing job, man. Her EP is going to be pretty nice.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to having her back here. Whenever everybody has anything new,
to
come back.
Yeah, shout out Melissa Blair, man. Shout out.
Who are the other artists that you're working with too?
Right now, currently?
Right now, yes, currently.
Honestly, man, I'm really not working with too many artists. Well, you know what? I take that back. I am getting ready to release a Christmas compilation, so I'm working with a lot of different artists from the area.
All right.
Just various artists. But other than that, I'm really not working on too much of anything with any other artists, because I'm focusing on my next EP coming out, and then also I'm getting ready for tour for next year.
All right. We won't be asking all those questions, not to just ask you this one question.
All right, good.
For anybody who is listening right now, or who's going to be missing this interview and is going to be watching over again, if you want to get information about what's happening with you, what you're working on, who you're working with, you have a website, or you have places where they can find information about you.
Yep, go to www.CoreyRonell.com. That's CoreyRonell. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Corey Ronell. Go to YouTube. I'm there too. Got my videos out. And that's really about it. Everything's the same and playing. Corey Ronell.
All right. This next song that we're about to play.
Yeah.
84.
84.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So this is the one that Willie Taylor is on. One Willie Taylor. So he's the one from Day 26. So that song is kind of an underlying message. So the meaning behind 84 is having the good and bad effect on your life. So you've had something good happen to you, and then it backfires on you, some years later. So 84 is actually a specific date in my life. So I kind of defined it as a place, event, or a time in life where you kind of have a boomerang effect on the good, and then it turns around and ends up being a bad situation.
All right. Right about now, it's 7:39. Yeah, 7:40, 7:39. Anyways, you know what time it is. Anyways, it's the time for the weather forecast. What will be going to get you prepared for your weekend. And then we're going to be playing 84, featuring Willie Taylor by a special guest, Corey Ronell. Stick around. 84 is coming after the weather forecast. This is 104.3 FM on Rising Radio.
Good job.
This is your weekend weather forecast on Rising Radio 1. My name is Lua Toby, and tonight it will be mostly clear with a low of 26. Tomorrow it will be mostly cloudy with a high of 41 and a low of 30. And on Sunday it will be partly cloudy with a high of 46 and a low of 35. Keep listening to 104.3 FM, Horizon Radio.
19:40 minutos.
La Sanmarqueña, gran variedad en dulcería mexicana, así como cambio de cheques, pago de biles, recargas nacionales e internacionales, cobertores por catálogo, cubetas de jamón de 5 galones, 20% de descuento en CDs y DVDs. Además, manda una lana a cualquier parte del mundo. Grandes especiales en dulces por mayoreo. Estamos ubicados en el 205 East Lincoln Avenue, aquí en la ciudad de Goshen, Indiana. Para mayor información, al teléfono 574-537-0500, 574-537-0500. La Sanmarqueña pregunta por nuestras especiales de mes. Un cafecito por la mañana para compartir en familia o para celebrar con quien más quieras, todo lo encuentras en Panadería Gutiérrez. Visítanos en el 122 South Main Street, en la ciudad de Goshen, Indiana. En Panadería Gutiérrez encontrarás pasteles de 3 leches y chocoflanes, amplia selección de productos mexicanos y en la carnicería carnes cortadas a su gusto, frutas y legumbres, fines de semana, ricas carnitas y delicioso menudo. Envíos de dinero a México, Centro y Sudamérica, pago de biles y recargas telefónicas. Mayor información a los teléfonos 574-534-7218, 574-534-7218. Y recuerda visitar Lavandería Gutiérrez en el 1710 El Garrón, Goshen, Indiana. Abierto de 8 de la mañana a 9 de la noche, los 7 días de la semana. Recuerda, Lavandería Gutiérrez y Panadería Gutiérrez.
Volaterra Party en Event Center. Si tienes un evento especial, Salón Volaterra. Para bodas, 15 años, bautizos, primeras comuniones, baby shower, junta de negocios o cualquier evento social. Lunes, miércoles y viernes, baile de zumba. Salón Volaterra en el 617 West Lincoln Avenue, a un costado de Discoteca Francia. Mayor información 574-536-6252, 574-536-6252. Volaterra Party en Event Center, el lugar ideal para tu evento social.
Iris te trae la onda anglo, el Smash Show, los éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche por Horizonte.
Yes, we are back on the Smash Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM, and we're going to go straight into the song, and the song is titled 84, and this one is featuring Willie Taylor.
Yes.
It's from our special guest in the studios, Corey Ronell.
Turn up.
All right, take it away, Toby. What are the songs that we have? 15, we're still about
Life is all about events.
17 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Some
we're
are good.
good.
You know what? Let's play Best Friends.
Best Friend will be the next one.
That's a pop record.
Don't make sure about it. One thing I decided to do, I decided to let it go.
What I would say, bro. Give me what I would say. Tell me what I say.
Baby, everything that you need, yeah, with me, there's no need to worry. Yeah. You got everything that you want. What's on it for you?
Make sure y'all go get the album if you haven't got it.
Go get the album. If you haven't got it, go get the album, man. Amazing collection of music on the album. Go get it.
It's been a year. It's a year last week. A year last week. It's the year anniversary, man. Year anniversary when the album comes out. Big C, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Until you tell me what it is.
Yo, Will, you think she get it?
Willie Taylor.
Yeah. Do something right. Was you here tonight? Give me all I can see in your eyes.
Listen,
Intuition's building me.
Shout out to Lou Taylor, Day 26, man. Appreciate it, man.
Please just look at me. Don't fight what you said to myself.
Well, my name is Black Thunder. Well, I'm almost tired, They said, I told them, we're on a bilingual radio station. So he gave me something to say, but I was like, I'm not saying it if it's something bad. But he was like, he said it means hello, my name is Black Thunder. So I said, hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo Negro Thunder.
Iris te trae
Thank you. Yes. And that was 84 featuring Willie Taylor. And oh my goodness. Wait. You said those guys were from Chicago. How did you make that connection to start with anyways?
It's crazy. It's really okay. You know what? Actually, no. So what happened was I created, I made this friendship with a couple of guys from Chicago. One named Ace Rob, and the other one was Tommy B, the one that I was doing some writing for his writing company. And they both grew up with Willie in Chicago. And I'm just specifically talking about him. But I did it was St. Patty's Day in 2009. They asked me to be a part of the show.
And you were living in Chicago then?
At the time I was here. I was in Indianapolis for school. And they wanted me to come and be a part of the show, perform on one of their shows that they had. And I ended up doing really well, and I was in touch ever since. Well, now fast forward, that's when they had Diddy's making his band, and all of them were on the show.
Now I was in Nigeria then.
No, Willie Taylor, he had, because he was there that night as well. He had already done making a band with Diddy on Day 26. I think they had just got done doing it that year, I believe. So that was my first time meeting him. But it's just divine intervention, I guess, man. Like I just was able to meet them, and they introduced me to a lot of other people, and just my music eventually just spoke for itself, and I just started meeting a lot more people, from LA, Atlanta, New York, everywhere.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
amazing collection of songs you have, man.
Thank you.
Oh wow,
thank you.
Now, dead or alive though, who are some of the people that you like to work with?
I like to work with, man. You put me in a tough situation, man. I feel like I'm gonna disrespect somebody if I don't.
Not really. People have a list.
Yeah.
Some people have a good list. Some people have some other list.
Right.
And they just want to check that off before they check out of this world. So,
so I would like to work with Indy Irene, who's one of my favorite artists, man. She's dope. Brandy. Brandy's another one. I grew up listening to Brandy, man. That's actually another one of my biggest inspirations. Full Moon. Listen, man, like that album is crazy. So a lot of my harmonies and all that stuff, man, I kind of get a lot of that from Brandy, man. Just the way she arranges is different. And if you don't, I don't know if you know, Ray J, her brother, does a lot of her arrangements sometimes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's dope too. So she would be one person that I would like to collab with. Believe it or not, I might get some controversy with this, but I would like to work with Kanye, man. Kanye is dope. Kanye created, creatively, he's creative.
Genius.
Exactly.
Genius.
Creatively, musically, I would like to work with Kanye.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Now, I think I saw something, a big event coming up in South Bend. I don't think we've ever done anything like that before.
Okay.
And your face was in it. I don't remember the name of it. It's still coming up.
Is it Orange Moon?
something. I think it's something Summit. Is it a Summit or something?
Oh,
That thing, I saw something.
Screen
I don't
Scene.
Yeah, that one,
Scene
please.
Screen Summit.
Okay, tell us about that.
So I'm one of the executive directors on this board called Scene Screen. This is a TV, music, film, and fashion summit.
Okay.
So a lot of your biggest in the industry will be here. So we got Adrienne Bailon from The View. I think that she's on. She'll be here talking. You have DC Young Fly from Wild and Out. He'll be hosting. These are just a few people. Gary V, the comedian, he'll be here. Then you have some people that also do a lot of writing in the industry for a lot of your favorite TV shows, like from R&B divas or some of your favorite movies and stuff, screenwriters, or you got some directors coming in. You have the VP of radio entertainment one coming in. But it's just to give those creators around this area some insight on the industry, how to get in, how to make a proposal, all of that. But then we're having a concert series that night. We'll have Major will be here, Kelly Price, Lil Mo, my brother Wayne Starks. I'll also be performing, as I said.
And when is this happening and where?
This will be August 29th, 2020. At the Century Center in South Bend. We had to put it far out so we can, plan for everything, take care of all our guests that are coming into town. But this is going to be one of the biggest. Matter of fact, this is probably the first time that this has come to this area of such a big magnitude. So it's going to be a dope opportunity for y'all.
I know when I talk to artists, they always say they have to go out. Fly to LA, go to Indianapolis, go to Chicago to get stuff like this. So when I saw that, I was like, this is amazing. We should talk about this.
Yeah, definitely. It's a dope opportunity, man. And I'm more so behind the scenes. Yeah, I am performing, but as far as the event, man, I'm behind the scenes and working. A lot of times, man, as artists coming up, artists just automatically want to just be in the forefront. And it's not about that a lot of times. A lot of times it's about you actually serving others, and being able to be in a capacity where you can help others out, man. So I'm always the type of person that I want to be helpful in any type of area that I can, so that one day I can be in a position, somebody like, oh yeah, you helped me do X, Y, Z. So I'm gonna put you in this position, man. You were good to me then, so here, here's your platform. So it's pretty much, just paying it forward, man. And I believe that I'll be able to get that back, sometime soon. All
right. Now, this song that we're going to be listening to right now, Best Friend.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
So Best Friend is the stepchild song on the album. This is more of a pop type of a record. I love pop music. I've actually had opportunities. I haven't led anything yet. I've had opportunities to write for Justin Bieber or Charlie Puth, those type of artists in the game. So this is one of my favorite pop records that I actually wrote for Justin Bieber, but I ended up keeping it because they didn't take it. That happens. It's all good.
Your loss is my game.
Exactly. It's all good, but I keep going, and they know my name. This is Ronell. Like he has some writing capability, so we're going to keep him around. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, it's a pop record. It's a fun record. It just talks about how I miss my best friend, and I want my best friend. That's who I would want to and rather be with in life.
All right. Best Friend by Corey Ronell. You hear it here on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM. This is the Smash It Show.
Can we pick up where we left off? Back to the way things used to be.
What's going on, y'all?
All night on the phone. We wanna say goodbye. Reminiscing back to the old days. Night sky. Remember when we were kids?
Yeah, make sure y'all get the album. On all digital platforms, search for Ronell. All kinds of
We're gonna wrap up Looking forward to Saturday night. What's important? Yeah, I'm not gonna get through all of that. No, man, I can talk all day, man.
My boys dare me to put my arms around you. I was so nervous. I tried to play it off like a yawn. You looked at me and you giggled. I couldn't help but think that this was so fun. Yeah. Having a good time, are you? Man, those were the days. We didn't have a care in the world.
DJ that man, what up, bro?
You can't even be one man's girl. I wanna go back to the past when everything seemed just a little more real. I wanna go back to my childhood. Oh, it's my best friend. And all the things that we used to do. And we together forever. Oh, it's my best friend. The times that we had. Oh, yeah, I miss and I don't know why. Like I said, you need to come back to me. Come on, it's my best friend, yeah.
I have a list.
It's my best friend, yeah. It's my best friend. And all the things that we used to do, you and me together forever, yeah. It's my best friend. And the time that we had, my mind was not thinking about you. It's my best friend. Love is my best friend. Don't wanna go nowhere without you. It's my best friend. Want that old feeling back. I can get you on my mind. It's my best friend. I'll make you.
Hitz te trae la onda anglo, el Smash Show, los éxitos de 7 a 9 de la noche por Horizonte.
Wow, that was Best Friend by Corey Ronell, our special guest in the studios of Verizon Radio right now. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How are you, man?
Oh, thank you for blessing us with this amazing music.
Man, it's a blessing to be here, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, wow. And as we're wrapping up the first segment of the Smash Show on Verizon Radio 104.3 FM, let's have a couple of questions for the special guest.
Yeah.
Yes, we still do have a couple of questions. Now, what are we looking forward to winding down 2019 into 2020?
Winding down 2019. So I got a couple of things coming up. So next Saturday at the Chicory Cafe downtown South Bend, I'll be performing at an event called Orange Moon. That's put on by Austin Gamage. He does a lot for the city, city of South Bend. I hope to be releasing the Christmas compilation that I talked to you about earlier.
Okay.
Hopefully be releasing that either the first or second weekend of December.
Wow.
It's a lot getting a lot of people's music together
Mm.
to get everything
Now,
out.
is this
So-
going to be a tradition? It's going to be a yearly thing? And how can people jump on that?
So I did one maybe, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago.
Okay.
And I was going to continue doing like a different volume every year, but I never got back to it. But it was successful. I don't know if you know October London.
Yes.
He was on my first one that I did.
Oh,
October London, my friend Mickey Miller that I told you about, and a few other people from around the Midwest, man. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we might continue it, but we'll see. But then year 2020, my booking agency, we are planning on booking a tour for the first half of the year. I can't really speak on specifics,
Okay.
but no, it's going to be some big things, man. I'm really excited.
And anybody who needs information about that can go check on CoreyRonell.com.
Please do. Please do CoreyRonell.com or Instagram, Facebook, at Corey Ronell, COREYRONELL.
Oh, wow. Do we have any other song on there, Toby? In that playlist, that's something that we can play still from special guests here.
Let's see. How about let's do You and I by featuring Mickey Miller.
All right. We're gonna be closing out the first segment of Smash Show on Horizon Radio 104.3 FM with a special guest, Corey Ronell. And this song is called You and I featuring Mickey Miller.
Yeah.
This is the Smash Show on Horizon Radio. Don't touch that dial.
Mick, what up? What's going on, y'all? If y'all just joining in, we are here at Horizonte Radio 104.3 FM. Talking about the album, talking about what's going on. Make sure y'all go get the album. I got a single that just released today on all digital platforms. Make sure y'all go get it. iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, anywhere music is sold digitally, y'all go grab it.
All right, thank you very much. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad you can make it.
Listen, man,
It's a pleasure. If you say 20 minutes, I'm like, on time. Yes, still on time.
I tried to, man.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much.
Hey, you are awesome. Keep being awesome.
I gotta take a couple of photos there. Yeah, we can wrap it up that way.
Let's do it.
All right. So you want to be in it or you don't want to? All right, take your headphone off. Good. All right, you can take one by this. Oh, one by itself. There you go. Oh, do you want one on your phone? Yeah, we can work on phone too. Good. I'll take your phone and I'll take one. All right, so I'll let y'all, man. Make sure I get down. Oh, yeah, you can stop the light here. Don't delete it this time.
I did it.
Is it up here? Yeah. One more. Right there. He's gonna take one too, B. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was our special guest, Corey Ronell, and he's now with us.
Good. All right. I'll see you all so I can get my CD.
Oh, yeah. Ain't gonna forget that.